Let's be honest, the self-improvement world can feel like a minefield of contradictions. You're bombarded with advice that sounds amazing in theory, but leaves you feeling more lost than found. The truth is, there are a lot of myths out there about how to become the best version of yourself. These myths can be incredibly sneaky, disguising themselves as helpful advice when, really, they're setting you up for frustration and self-doubt. That's why I'm here to help you cut through the noise and expose the 5 self-improvement myths that are holding you back. We're going to dive deep, debunk these myths, and equip you with the practical tools and strategies you need to actually make progress. Get ready to ditch the self-help overwhelm and step into a world where real, lasting transformation is within your reach. Let's go. How many times have you heard that you just need to find the motivation? It's a common piece of advice often thrown around in self-help books, motivational speeches, and even by well-meaning friends and family. That if you really want something, the motivation will magically appear. As if by some miracle, the drive to achieve your goals will just manifest out of thin air. Let me tell you, that's a load of BS. Motivation is not some mystical force that suddenly descends upon you when you need it the most. Waiting around for motivation to strike is like waiting for a unicorn to show up at your door with a winning lottery ticket. It's a fantasy, a nice thought, but not something you can rely on. It might happen, but it's probably not the best strategy for success. You can't build a life or achieve your dreams based on the hope that motivation will just show up when you need it. Here's the deal. Motivation is fickle. It's like a fair-weather friend, there when things are easy and fun, but nowhere to be found when the going gets tough. It comes and goes like the tide. One moment you're riding high, full of energy and enthusiasm, and the next, you're struggling to find the will to get out of bed. Some days you'll wake up feeling like you can conquer the world, and other days, you'll barely drag yourself out of bed. It's a natural ebb and flow, part of being human. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is the backbone of self-improvement, the steady hand that guides you when motivation is nowhere to be found. Discipline is the secret sauce, the magic ingredient that separates those who dream from those who do. It's the ability to push through the resistance, to keep going even when every part of you wants to stop. It's about doing the work, even when you don't feel like it, even when that little voice in your head is telling you to quit. It's about showing up day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. So, how do you cultivate discipline? Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on one small habit, one tiny change that you can stick to. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, focus on building one small habit at a time. It's the small, consistent actions that lead to big results over time. Maybe it's committing to working out for 15 minutes every morning. It doesn't have to be a full-blown workout, just something to get your body moving and your blood flowing. Or reading for 20 minutes before bed. It's a small commitment, but over time, those 20 minutes add up to hours of reading and learning. The key is to make it so ridiculously easy that you can't say no, even on your worst day. Make it a no-brainer, something you can do without much effort or thought. Once you've mastered that one habit, add another, and then another. It's a gradual process, but each small step builds on the last, creating a foundation of discipline and consistency. Visualize your goals and remind yourself why you started. Keep your end goal in sight, but focus on the small steps that will get you there. Practice mindfulness and stay present. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture, but staying focused on the present moment can help you stay grounded and motivated. Seek support and accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust and ask them to hold you accountable. Sometimes, knowing that someone else is watching can be a powerful motivator. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory, and acknowledging your achievements can help keep you motivated and on track. Plan and prioritize. Set clear, achievable goals and break them down into manageable tasks. Having a plan can help you stay focused and organized. Remember, self-improvement is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, not perfection. Stay committed, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward. In the end, it's not about finding motivation, but about creating it through consistent, disciplined action. You have the power to change your life, one small step at a time. Raise your hand if you've ever fallen down the rabbit hole of perfect morning routines, meticulously planned schedules, and color-coded calendars. It's a common trap, one that promises a sense of control and the illusion of productivity. We've all been there, seduced by the allure of the perfect routine, convinced that if we could just get it right, success would magically follow. The internet is filled with countless articles and videos showcasing the morning routines of successful people, making it seem like a flawless schedule is the secret to achieving our goals. But here's the thing. Life is messy. Unexpected things happen. No matter how well you plan, there will always be variables you can't control. A cluttered desk, a spilled coffee, or a stressful day can throw off even the most meticulously planned routine. You oversleep, your kid spills orange juice on your laptop, your dog decides to eat your to-do list. These disruptions are part of life and they can't be avoided. Instead of letting them derail your entire day, it's important to learn how to adapt and move forward. That's why flexibility is key. Instead of striving for perfection, aim for consistency. Consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing every day without fail. It means showing up and doing your best, even when things don't go as planned. Create a framework for your day, but allow yourself the flexibility to adapt and adjust as needed. This means having a plan, but also being open to change. It's about finding a balance between structure and spontaneity. Think of it like building a house. You need a solid foundation, but you also need the flexibility to adjust the design as you go. The foundation provides stability, but the design can evolve based on your needs and circumstances. Maybe you decide you need an extra bedroom or a bigger kitchen. These changes are part of the process, and they make the final product better suited to your needs. The same goes for your routine. Start with the non-negotiables, the things you absolutely need to do every day, and then build from there. Identify your priorities and make sure they are the foundation of your routine. From there, you can add in other tasks and activities, adjusting as needed to fit your changing circumstances. Incorporate activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Whether it's meditation, exercise, or reading, these activities can help you stay grounded and focused, even when life gets chaotic. Remember, the goal is not to create a perfect routine, but to create a routine that works for you. One that allows you to be productive but also flexible and adaptable. A routine that supports your goals but also leaves room for the unexpected joys and challenges of life. At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect on what worked and what didn't. Use this time to adjust your routine as needed, and to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. With a flexible and consistent approach, you'll find that success is not about perfection, but about progress. Chapter 3. Myth number 3. Self-improvement is a linear process. Let's ditch the fairy tale, shall we? The idea that self-improvement is a straight, unbroken line is a comforting myth, but it's just that, a myth. Self-improvement isn't some magical straight line from point A to point B. It's more like a winding road, full of unexpected turns and detours. It's more like a jungle gym. You're climbing, swinging, maybe taking a tumble or two. You might find yourself swinging from one bar to another, sometimes missing and falling, but always getting back up. There will be days when you feel like you're conquering the world, standing triumphantly at the top of your personal mountain. And there will be days when you want to crawl back into bed and hide under the covers, feeling like you can't face the world. And guess what? That's perfectly normal. Progress isn't linear, it's a series of peaks and valleys, highs and lows, successes and setbacks. It's messy, unpredictable, and often frustrating. You'll have moments of clarity and moments of confusion, times when everything clicks and times when nothing makes sense. You'll take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, maybe even a detour or two. Sometimes you'll feel lost, like you're wandering without a map, unsure of which path to take. But here's the thing, those setbacks, those detours, those moments when you want to throw in the towel, they're not failures, they're opportunities for growth. Each obstacle you overcome, each time you pick yourself up after a fall, you're building resilience and strength. Embrace the ups and downs, embrace the messiness, laugh through the tears, celebrate the small victories, and lean on your friends when you need support. Because it's in those moments of challenge that you learn the most about yourself. When you look in the mirror and see the person who has faced adversity and come out stronger, you'll realize that the journey, with all its twists and turns, was worth it. Chapter 4. Myth number 4. Self-improvement is only for successful people. Okay, let's debunk this myth right now. Self-improvement isn't some exclusive club reserved for the elite, the already successful, the people who seem to have it all figured out. Here's a newsflash. Nobody has it all figured out. We're all just figuring it out as we go, one messy, imperfect step at a time. Self-improvement is for anyone and everyone who wants to live a more fulfilling, meaningful life. It's for the single mom working 2 jobs to make ends meet. It's for the college student struggling to find their passion. It's for the CEO who feels like they're drowning in responsibility. It doesn't matter where you're starting from or what your definition of success looks like. What matters is that you're willing to show up for yourself, to do the work, to embrace the journey. Chapter 5, Myth number 5. It takes too long to see results. Let's talk about instant gratification. We live in a world where everything is available at our fingertips. Want to watch a movie? Streaming. Need groceries? Delivery app. So it's no wonder we expect the same instant results when it comes to self-improvement. But here's the thing. Real, lasting change takes time. It's not about overnight transformations or quick fixes. It's about small, consistent actions day after day, week after week, month after month. Think of it like building a muscle. You don't go to the gym once, lift a weight, and suddenly wake up with a six-pack. It takes time, dedication, and consistency. The same goes for self-improvement. Those small changes you make every day, they might seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they compound into something extraordinary. Outro: the truth about self-improvement. So, there you have it. 5 self-improvement myths debunked. Remember, the journey to becoming the best version of yourself isn't about finding the perfect routine, waiting for motivation to strike, or chasing instant gratification. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard. It's about embracing the messiness, the setbacks, the detours. It's about celebrating the small victories and learning from the challenges. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these myths resonated with you the most? What's one small action you can take today to start applying what you've learned? Share your thoughts in the comments below.